today we're getting a first look at Tank Warfare Tunisia. This is one of the DLCs called Long Stop Hill. It is 5 turns long. There's also a 29 turn campaign within this DLC. You can pick up Tank Warfare Tunisia when it's on sale for around $7. We're currently on turn 3. We should have maybe assaulted on turn 1. That's what it really wanted us to do, but I wanted these tanks to be in position, honestly. But we had allied support bombers on turn 2 that we didn't utilize, so that kind of probably set us behind. So we're all going to move forward just like that, and hopefully we get in a good little battle here in a second. So let's go ahead right here, click next turn. We're going to move, and we're going to be launching a good old assault. This is going to be fun. I haven't played, I barely scratched the surface of Tank Warfare Tunisia. I've maybe played it 2 or 3 times. It's by the people who made Graviteam Tactics, but it's published by someone else. So we're trying to capture cactus farms. I was hoping, yep, my tanks would be here. And they're not quite here yet, so that's unfortunate. Let's see how this goes, though. So we don't have our bomber support, which is unfortunate. Phillips is way, way, way too far forward, especially when he has that phone and we have no one really to command with him. So we're going to pull him back. Looks like they haven't updated this. I thought they were updating these in conjunction, but it doesn't look like it's been updated that much. No, we have, what is this guy? Where are you at? What armored vehicles are you? Is this the engineers? I mean, that's some heavy armored equipment that might be useful. And then we kind of just have random forces scattered about. I don't think we're going to breach this bridgehead. We can try and secure Cactus Farm right here. This is our main goal. It looks like we're already on it. So we're just going to kind of just approach over here. Remember, the main goal of Tank Warfare or Graviteam is kind of terrain control. So we'll just approach from all kinds of angles and kind of have a good old time. These guys all have radios. Same old Graviteam problems, which is why I start usually mid-battle with everyone already all set up. Alright, so let's start moving people forward. And we're not really going to issue too many commands. We'll kind of sort things out here in a moment as far as the command structure is going to go, or as far as kind of the radio and everything. So we have Phillips over here. He's mainly the commander for these guys. We kind of want him kind of close. Let's get these guys off this main road. And we're just gonna do a heavy push on this right flank. There's no reason for us to split our forces right now, especially since we don't know what we're up against. This is not really a good position for these mortars. Let's get Phillips up here with us, though. And that's kind of just our arrangement for right now. We're going to kind of secure Cactus Farms with our first couple of squads, and then we'll have these guys kind of just casually walk up from the back. Let's just see how this goes. A little bummed that the Churchills aren't here. Why is Tyler back here? He needs to be up here with his men. And then we have these guys way in the back. These are, looks like another mortar squad. We're going to try and get these guys into position up here, up on this hill. I think that's a really good spot for them. It sucks that we have to move them because that means they're going to drop their ammo. So let's go to the next turn. We're not going to issue too many commands initially. We've already secured Cactus Farms. We just have to kind of, I like the way these buildings look, push south and then cross this open field, but we don't really know what we're running into yet. So let's use Savage to kind of secure this position. It looks like there's trenches right here. Am I just going to walk right into some people? I don't think I am. I think we're just going to secure these. We're just going to have everyone do like a solid move. That's all we're going to do. And take up a position behind these walls. We don't really need to do anything too crazy right now. Let's just keep going. That gives us a good little front line right there. These mortars, I don't know if I'm going to move them too much. Because as you see, once they start moving, they drop a lot of ammo, and I don't want to drop a lot of ammo. And then we'll reinforce with Platoon Hopkins, McKenzie, and Kent. We don't need to do anything too crazy with them, other than just to get into position. We're not providing any, we're not setting up any modifiers either right now because I'm not expecting to run into anyone. So everyone's going to start moving into position nice and slowly. Hughes, what is Hughes? Hughes, he has a vehicle with him. Alright, gunshots right off the bat. So this was my concern, right? We very obviously identified these trenches really early on. I was hoping we were, like, since we were, like, basically on their doorstep, that there wouldn't be a fight here, but very clearly I was incorrect with that assumption. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and adjust some of these movements. Maybe we should have been a bit more cautious initially. I didn't really know what our battle space would be, right? I mean, obviously, like, with this terrain, it does look like there's trenches here, so that's really dumb of me to be like, oh, you know. So then obviously we haven't secured cactus farms because there's trenches here and here. So why we're like spawned so far up on this flank is a bit confusing to me. So let's try and recover this little element right here. We're just going to drop them into a defense. And all that's going to do, they're in a terrible position. And these guys, they're going to actually assault further. And that means they're going to pop smoke and everything. With that first couple of moves, we got to let that play out a little bit. So let's see. Oh man, look at that. They're already just like, that's not a good start for us. So we're just going to let that kind of play out. Savage is going to set up his assault. We're going to try and breach these trenches, clear them out, and have a good old time with that. I mean, I am glad we are on that flank. These guys are moving. I don't think they need too much to be concerned about, but we will secure this. All right, so what we have here is, looks like a group of soldiers in this trench. I mean, we've spotted them. They're standing. It looks like some guy's standing up. Ooh, look at that heavy machine gun. Do a little nice little salute report. I believe it's shift enter or control backspace. Oh, look at that little fire right there to kind of hide everything. Lots of machine guns. Lots of machine gun fire. Adams is in a real bad position, so we bring everything back up. A lot of mortars falling as you hear that, like ching ching. So here we have a nice little defensive position. We still don't know if this is occupied right here. I really wish we had that information. Really, really rough start for us. He's doing okay. I'd prefer for these guys to pop some smoke. That was part of the defensive plan. It wasn't. There it goes. Alright, maybe they didn't pop smoke now. Nelson's going to continue to move up. That's perfectly fine. We have a slow approach over here on this back line. Not overly concerned. If they do end up in a fight, that's perfectly fine, but at least there's some distance. Nelson, Phillips, and Savage are kind of in a bad position right now, so we're going to try to push that advantage or that disadvantage and see if we can recover this a little bit. Mortars right there. Guy on fire. Hopefully that is a German. Alright, they do have heavy artillery. We cannot sit still. Oh my god, he just dropped a mortar all in the same spot. This is why we needed the tanks. Which I was really hoping we would have them, you know what I mean? There we go. A little bit of return fire right there. Ooh. Little commander out there. We're getting routed. Who's getting routed? Yeah, I mean, those guys were obviously going to get, like, pushed back. Alright, Adams is doing okay, though. I think for where he's at, he's in a much better position than I thought he was going to be in. I kind of thought this whole squad was going to be lost, or those squads were going to be lost. Phillips is moving up. Sutton's moving up. This guy can't really do anything. I mean, we can kind of try and give him an artillery position, like right here. Not what I wanted. Or maybe it was. But, he can't see over this wall, you know what I mean? And he needs to move forward up to at least, like, right here. And we're going to lose some ammo in that move. I mean, that's less than 50 yards, so I don't remember what the movement is. We're going to try and get Phillips up in this fight. Maybe we can kind of work our way through. I don't think he can vault these walls, and they might be too tall to walk, so we could just do like a move. That cost us a lot of points right there. So we're just going to move into position. I really wanted to do shift. This guy's lost contact. That's what those two arrows mean. He's been separated. It's a good little artillery for us. Adams is moving into position. Let's see. If anything, if there are units in this trench line right here, at least we'll split them up. But we do have a lot of manpower right here. We can kind of get in their trenches. We can get some cover and push them off. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do, man. Mortars falling on their position. Not a bad deal, not a bad deal. Savage setting up a good little prone flank. Not overly worried about that. I know you can force units to crawl, but I'm not going to do that right now. No reason to do that. Uses a lot of energy and endurance. Alright. It's like a medic right there with a machine gun, little submachine gun. Alright, what's that smoke right there? I wonder if they're gonna retrograde out of that. Alright, artillery. That was a good mortar hit. We got some good, like, someone has some real good eyes. We got Davy Crockett with a mortar right now. Alright, so there still is this little pocket of resistance right there. Looks like they've mostly surrendered, so hopefully we can get in there, clear them out. Alright, Cactus Farm is ours. It was blue. I'm still not used to that, like, red-blue swap. So that's kind of a bad misjudgment on us. Alright, we lost one platoon so far. One little squad. Look at this. Like, man, one mortar, they're all gone. Alright, Adams is doing good. Adams is doing a lot better than I thought he'd be doing. Alright. So what do we have here? These guys are still moving slow, right? We told these guys to move slow. They're just walking. So that we know they're going to get in contact right here. Hopefully we can have most of these guys dealt with and kind of move around and secure this tree line. Like from the front and the rear, but that might cause a lot of friendly fire. What is this? Is this broken equipment? Alright, so this is their mortar. Ooh, or machine gun nest. God dang, those mortars are accurate. I don't know. Is that our bombers? No. Alright. I'm really confident in this assault. Initially, I wasn't. Alright, we have some units there in the back line. Let's see if we can kind of get these guys up here. Let's see what we can get going. Whoa. The fuck was that? Man, they got this area right. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's really loud for you guys. I don't know, but it is like blowing out my eardrums. Alright, where's Phillips at? Oh, that's our commander. That must be like the new sound effects everyone's been talking about. Alright, we don't need to pop smoke. Alright, let's just kind of... My dude. Dude is serious with those. Let's move fast. I don't know if this is old sound or new sound. Alright, those trenches are basically done. Let's kind of secure this this portion of it. These guys should kind of should be coming into view now. We're going to say move fast. They kind of need to pick up the pace. Tyler's a bit too far back, too. He can't command that far back. Mackenzie going to push up. I've always kind of, like, questioned this, like, bro, that is, like, right on all my guys. God dang. Come on, get out of there, dudes. Not cool. I don't know. That sounds really metallic. I'm not going to have Phillips push too much further forward. Like, normally we should have, like, plotted this out with, like, much better, like, tactics and everything. But we didn't. So it looks like there's one unidentified or identified, like, rifleman that way. So what we're going to do, we're just going to assault. They can, like, attack. There it goes. Nelson's going to attack. Adams, you're going to keep clearing this out, all right? There can't be anyone still here. All right, Adams got an attack order, so Adams and Nelson, those squads are going to go. And then... God, they have us, like, range with that artillery, but we broke through. I mean, we got Cactus Farm. I was under the impression these guys would move a lot faster. It doesn't look like there's anyone in these trenches, though. So... I like want to be as far away from those explosions as possible. We're just going to move fast. I mean, that's all we can do. Oh, Boyd way back there with a mortar. He's way out of position. Kent can go up there too. So we've secured Cactus Farm, which is really good for us. This must be Phillips's crew. Let's see if we can get Phillips a part of this party. I don't know if Nelson can kind of handle this. Did Adams get routed? No, he's moving. He's moving. This is a... God, they just smoked our ATR gun. I was like, what is that gun? Oh, look at that. Alright, so very clearly Nelson's going to push this front line, and he's doing a really good job with it. Right? This little German little front they like fell back to right here is just going to get dissolved. Looks like they had some mortars or machine guns back there. Looks like there's a commander back there. Savage is going to get into position sometime this year. I shouldn't be changing like commands this much. Adams under constant artillery fire. Oh. Let's move forward. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure these guys are using laser guided artillery at this rate. We can't really like sit still anywhere. Mortars. Tyler, what are you doing that far back? You're the commander, man. Get up here. Dude's like out on a leisurely stroll. Come on, guys. Don't walk through mortar fire, though. Move fast. I am kind of appalled at this, like, accuracy of these mortars. Maybe that's always been a thing. Oh, those trees are burning. Alright, so that commander is fallen way back. Oops. Yeah. I tried to, like, do something weird right there. So we're kind of returning fire right now. Nelson is. They're trying to suppress that guy out there way in the distance. Goddamn androids. Yeah, Adams is in retreat. Yeah, man, that dude's like basically been getting mortared for the last 20 minutes. I'd be retreating too. Nelson's firing and laying smoke. That's fine. I think the only way to like close this gap, I mean, look how far that is. Barn to Crossroads. That would be a long, long walk under machine gun fire. Looks like we have another fighting position. It would be nice to secure that. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Looks like we have kicked the Hornet's Nest over here on the right. So they are suppressed. As I give them 15 assault orders. So hopefully they pop some smoke right there. McKenzie. Savage is going to do the same thing. All right. We're going to kind of draw our attention away. I'm going to kind of retrograde them a little bit. I'd like for these two guys to fall back. I mean, Adams is going to fall back. Phillips, we're going to see how Phillips is going to do. And then Kent, he's slowly getting into position. I think Hopkins and Savage should be able to handle this. It doesn't look like there's artillery on their position. Yeah, these guys were... I don't know. Like, how effective do you think that machine gun fire is from that distance? Come on, guys. Get out of there. You cannot cross that. We're in a retro a little bit. It's not a... God, these guys just have UAV guided artillery. Look at that. There's an equipment in here. Looks like a machine gun nest. If we can at least like get this flank secured. They must be spotting from like way out there. Jesus Christ. Kent can move fast over here. Savage is doing good if he can kind of get into position. That would be really good. Hopkins is doing okay. He's assaulting. We're basically right on top, which means we're going to drive them out of their trenches here in a moment. Dude, look at that. Like, they are not running out of bullets. They just set up their machine gun, but we should be able to suppress them nicely. Alright. I mean, we're shooting back. That's good. It's good to shoot back. Who's this, Kent? Kent's platoons are like bloodlust, man. Kent was told to like assault, and they're like, nah, fam, dude. There's some guys over here. I don't like them. That's what's going on over here. So it looks like they're trying to root out that little trench position. And we got these guys going a bit wide. AI is getting a bit wild. Hopefully that artillery's kind of died down a little bit. Let's see. We should get this farm. I'm surprised at how well this position's doing. I mean, we are like... Are we on top of them? I mean, we got a lot of smoke up, so... We're kind of concealing our assault, which is really good. Nope, here comes that artillery. A little off target, but it's enough to do some damage. We're just going to go full-blown attack. I want them to attack up to that position. I know that's not how it works, but I've been playing a lot of real-time strategy, so I'm playing a bit wonky today. I mean, Cactus Farm's ours. We're just trying... Oh, they lost contact. We're just trying to secure it. I mean, we could try and move these guys another 50 yards. And see what happens. I would prefer for them not to just dump ammo like they will. Right, ammo 2. 100, 2. So as long as we don't drop like 50 ammo, I'm okay with that. Alright, looks like this fight's done been fought over here. Right. That should be the battle right there. I mean, other than trying to clear out this open area. Yeah, Kent's doing a good job. He's real wide. Phillips is kind of a bit iffy. Adams is broken right now, which is super bummer. Super bummer. McKenzie hasn't... What's McKenzie done? I guess we move down here and try and support. Yeah, because now they're just on these outskirts, so... That's a really, really good defense. Oh, look at this. All the way. I think this is a trench all the way into Crossroads. How do we... I'm going to speed it up a little bit. They're telling me, like, Savage got pushed back by a group of no ones. Come on, my dude. Let's see, we're speeding up a little bit. And there goes Hopkins, clearing everyone out. I don't really want to withdraw. I don't really want to push across this open field without my tank support. But we have the farm. I'm just kind of just figuring everything out. I don't feel like there's a reason to push forward. Especially if it wants me to. So, like, right? Let's take a look. They're going to retrograde here in a moment. Mortars are firing right on top of them. Yeah, I mean, that's done. They're done out there. I mean, if the game really wants us to push that direction, we can. I don't really want to. We'll send Kent out there, or Mackenzie. Let's see what happens when we push Mackenzie out. We may have to just retreat to, like, or withdraw to call it a day. And I think that's fine. I want my tanks. So let's just speed it up these last 2 minutes. I don't really want this like video to go on for forever. Right, we don't need to sit here and be like hunting every single infantry unit out. Like, look at that. Like, there ain't no way these guys are gonna just like move forward. I mean, we have like a whole... I mean, they're trying. They're like trying to push. Let's see, 9 seconds. Yeah, that was pretty cool. 1 second. So let's see what our results are. So we started with 236. We lost 25%. They lost 70%. And that was my concern. Like, it was just going to, like, they were just going to bleed us for no reason. So if we zoom way out, I mean, we could have pushed barn and bump and just walked across here. I mean, I feel like we did pretty okay. Like, this start was a bit kind of questionable, and this, like, retreat over here was a bit questionable. But, yeah. I mean, we would have pushed across and obviously secured all this terrain. But, yeah, that's okay. Let's see what happens next. Save before exiting. Turn to operation. All right. So maybe our tanks will like show up next time. So battle group routed, that was pretty cool. All right, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.